back to On the Workbench. Today we're going to be placing a broken window screen in this basement window. And so to get started, let's go over the tools that we're going to need to make this replacement. Okay, so we're going to need to have some window screen. This usually comes in a roll. Then we're going to cut it to approximate size using a pair of scissors. And then other tools that we're going to need is just a regular cutting knife or an X-Acto knife would work. We're also going to need a specialty screen tool for placing spline. And so what's special about this is like a double-sided or double-edged pizza cutter. The other side here is used for replacing aluminum screen. I'm going to be using a nylon mesh screen, but you'd use this to replacing the screen to the crevice. And we're also going to need some screen retainer spline. This is like a rubbery tube substance. And now it's important, you're probably going to want to take the screen that you're replacing and actually pull out a sample of this first. And you go to the store to get the right size, because I'm using a .165 diameter spline. But this actually comes in a wide variety of diameters, and it's really hard to tell without actually having a piece side by side for comparison. You also may want a Windex and some paper towels to clean any glass that's nearby. You may want a screwdriver and a pair of pliers for removing the existing window spline. So now let's get started. So if you look at this window screen here, you can see it's all nasty and dirty. And so we're going to want to replace this. And so now in this case here, we're going to pay attention to where our channel is that our spline is in, and see where this is actually just held in by a simple rubber spline on three sides here. And then this is kind of weird where the other channel is discontinuous from the rest of it. And then if you find an edge or a corner, you can use your screwdriver to try to remove the spline and pry it out. Sometimes the screen will help get underneath it and help you pull it out too. This is where the pair of pliers may come in handy, but the screen also may tear right out from underneath you too. So having a screwdriver can be nice for getting that done. And this is the important part. You want to make sure you don't damage your existing structure that this is in. It's very easy, if you don't have the patience to do this here, to damage or to pry aluminum wider than it should be, or to actually wreck whatever it's in. And so it looks like I'm just going to be able to rip this a little bit. I'll come back with a vacuum and remove that. So now I'm going to use my screwdriver here to remove the the spline out of the channel. And ideally, if you can push and pull a little bit to get at least one end started, then you can kind of begin to pull it out. Pay attention to any other glass that may pop out. And so you can see I got that one side out there cleanly. So if I didn't know what size this is, I'd take this to the store to be able to get the proper size spline. And now I've got to turn the corner and just keep repeating the process all the way around my window. Now that we're at the point that I got the spline and the old screen out, this is a chance where you may want to get out a shop vac and vacuum out any debris, use the Windex, and clean up the window. So I'm going to do a little bit of cleaning, and then we'll get the new screen installed. Alright, so when you cut your piece, you're going to want to slightly oversize on all four sides. This might be exaggerating a little bit, but it's no big deal because I'll clean it up with my utility knife. And the reason it needs to be oversized is because each edge of the screen has to go down into the channel and back up as it's surrounded by the spline that we're going to place. And you also want to pay attention to that the vertical and the horizontal pattern of the screen matches the vertical and horizontal lines in your window. It'll just look much better that way, much more clean. So once you get it laid out approximately vertical and horizontal, we're going to go ahead and start with our channel installation. And it's going to be best practice if we can minimize the number of cuts in our J channel. Then we're going to use our roller when we get it down, and use our roller side that's got the two sides on it. And we're just going to use that to be able to then press our spline into place. And you notice that the spline has some ridges that run the length of it. And the better that we can have those ridges run parallel to our screen, the better, because our tool will be able to track right down those ridges. You can see this works just like a pizza cutter. It just rides right along the rubber of this channel and cuts it and puts it right into place. And we can run that right into the corner and make our corner turn. You may have to come back with a screwdriver and push that into the corner there if we can't quite get it with our tool. So this is why you want your rubber band, your spline not in the bag, because you want to be able to have a nice free-flowing amount of spline as you work your way around the window screen. And we can just work that right down in the corner, and then now you see how that screen is sticking up. Now we're going to come back with our X-Acto knife and just use this to gently trim on the outside over top of the spline. And then now just like that, you can see the screen fits nice and tight and snug. We got our channel down, and so now we're ready to put the window back together and install it. So replacing a screen is just that simple. You can do it in a few minutes. And if you've got small children around and you got a screen door, investing in a tool like this is about 12 bucks. The screen material and the channel is about $12. And so for under 25 bucks you can have it replaced. Keep the tool, use that the next time you got to replace the screen around your house, and then you're money ahead. So I hope you found this useful and have a great day. Bye.